So this is the first screen you'll see here. If you have a terminal that processes only WIC, this is exactly how it will look. If you have a combo terminal that processes SNAP as well, you're going to have another button option to process the SNAP payment. But for WIC payments, you're always going to hit FIS WIC. And the first thing we're going to do today is to do a balance inquiry. So this is if the participant is not aware of what benefits they still have left on their card. They can ask you to do a balance inquiry so they know what they can shop for in your store. So you will hit F3, balance inquiry, and then swipe the participant's card, and that will prompt them to enter their PIN. And then a receipt will pop up, and it is going to show me what the benefits I still have left on my card are. Let's see if you can see that well. It shows the benefit expiration date and all the different items I have available to me on the card. So now I can go shopping in your store for those items. So when I am done, I will come up and we'll do a transaction. So at this point in time, we're going to hit WIC purchase because I'm ready to purchase my item, so that's F2. Once again, you are going to swipe the card for the participant, and then that will prompt them to enter their PIN once more. And at this point, it will ask you to enter or scan the products. So I'm going to show you some examples. We have some tortillas, some WIC allowed tortillas here. And you'll see here that it will ask me after I scan the UPC to enter the price. So we're going to say $2.49 and then enter. And then if I have two of the same identical item, if I scan it a second time, you'll see it will not ask for me to enter the price a second time. So it will remember that price. As you can see, I didn't have to enter it. It will remember that price in the same transaction. So if you have two or more identical items, it's going to remember the price for that particular item. But let's say you made a mistake and you accidentally scanned something more than the item. So let's say I only had one tortilla, but I scanned it twice. So if I need to correct that, I can do that by going to list, which is F2. And then you'll see the quantity for the corn tortillas here is 2, and I can press the quantity key, which is F3 here. And you'll see it has 2 as my quantity, and I can back out of that by hitting the yellow button at the bottom and then adjusting that quantity down, or however I need to adjust it. So, and then I just hit enter when I'm done there, and it takes me to this screen. I hit enter again, and it takes me back to the scanning screen. So maybe I wasn't paying attention and I brought something up that's not a WIC allowed item. And you get ready to scan this, and a message will come up saying this is not WIC approved. It's an invalid WIC item. And you can press any key at that point in time. And then I have some cereal here, so we're gonna go ahead and scan some Cheerios, and the amount will say $4.49. And then if I keep scanning, it won't. If I scan too many, it will give me a message. If I'm out of benefits for that particular item, it will give me the message that that item is no longer available to me. So again, I can press any key here. So at the end of the transaction, what we can do is then process our fruits and vegetables. So even when fruits and vegetables have a UPC attached to them, you're never going to scan any UPCs associated with any kind of fruits or vegetables. You'll always enter the prices for those. So for this particular thing, we're going to hit total, F1, and it says use CVB, and that stands for cash value benefit, which is what my produce items are. So we'll hit yes here, and you can see my balance is $9. So let's say I brought up a few things. Let's say I brought up a bag of apples for $4. So I can enter the price and you'll see it deduct from my balance. and maybe I have a banana for 50 cents. And so I would just continue entering prices in until all of the produce had been done. And then at the end of this part of it, you're going to hit total again, and it comes to a screen that says use coupons. If your store does not accept coupons, you're going to always hit no. If your store does accept coupons, make sure that you are indeed entering coupons that you are accepting from the participant to apply towards this transaction, because if you hit yes and you enter prices in, it's going to deduct from the amount you're getting paid for this particular transaction. So if you don't use coupons or don't accept coupons, it's always going to be no. And do we want to continue the transaction? Yes, we do. Okay, so this then shows me the things that were deducted from my card, and then also the expiration date of when my benefits that are still left are going to expire. So at this point in time, you can choose to print a vendor copy if you want to. This is purely based on what you want to do for your own records at your store. If you want to print it, you can hit yes. For our purposes today, we'll say no. Okay, and so the last transaction we're going to show is to perform the void. So this is if right as soon as my transaction has ended, I say to you, oh, I'm sorry, I don't want something that I purchased with my eWIC card today. Even if you do a balance inquiry or any other type of transaction after that, you cannot void anything. So I have to let you know right away, right after this transaction was completed and before another transaction, even a balance inquiry is run, to be able to void this. So if you want to do that though, if they don't want something, you can hit more. And one of the options here is to void last, which is F2. And it will say, do I want to void this? And the answer is yes, I do. And so it gives you a printout here that shows that that was a successful void. So that concludes the transaction examples for today, and as you can see, it's pretty straightforward. So thanks for your time.